All right. We are in the building. Let's run it. All right, y'all. We're just having a little fun today. We're just having a little fun today. Pump up that funk. All right, here we go. We about to get this thing rocking and rolling. Y'all, let me get my sound right. Let me try to get it tight. All right, here we go. Got a little technical difficulties today, but we gonna make it do what it do, man. I'm saying, y'all give me a second here, man. We got some mic issues going on real quick. Oh, don't do this to me now. Come on, microphone. Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Got a little microphone difficulties, y'all. Give me a second here. Oh man, we run into these type of things when you're in the broadcast field. You're gonna run into some little hiccups every now and then. Y'all give me a minute here. See if I can get this here right. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. We may have some little technical difficulties. Got some little mic issues. Hey, it happens, man. Yeah, I was doing a little work in the field this week, man, and I ran into some little technical difficulties. So hey, things happen, man. You just gotta. It's how you recover. You know, that's what it's about, man. You can't panic. You have to remain cool. Don't panic, and then just recover. It's all about the recovery. It's all about your recovery. Can your recovery recover? And that's what it's about, man. It's about that recovery. There we go. Yes, sir. We in the building. Man. Thank you again for joining us here for Urban Matters BMG TV. Thank you again for tuning in to Urban Matters BMG TV. And we are in the building. We got our sister Cher coming through. Cher. She in the house. We're going to talk about a little bit of politics, y'all, today. Y'all know how these people try to politrick us. And there's a lot going on. I know y'all heard about roly-poly. Y'all heard about that little scandal with roly-poly. Then I know y'all heard about old bussy boy Andrew Gillum. And see, that's what my whole conversation today is about, man, is, you know, why do we constantly want these people to, sorry about that, y'all. Why do we constantly want these people to represent us? And that's my thing, y'all. We are our own advocacy here at Urban Matters BMG. And we don't need anybody to represent us except us. I love how the younger generation is coming through and they're sticking to their guns and they coming through gunning and asking questions later on. And I like that about them, man. I want to play a clip real quick to just start this thing off to kind of get y'all in the mindset of what I'm talking about. Then I'm gonna come back and share with y'all my thoughts for today, for today's program. Let's see if we can find this old catfish eating ass. Where he at? Where is that? Here you go right here. Let's see if we can play this thing here, y'all. Y'all listen to this fool right here, man. These are the type of people that got representing us, man. These old, out of touch catfish and butter biscuit Negroes like Jim Clyburn. Listen to this fool.
Like political lessons. What lessons did you take from the Biden administration? Like political lessons. Like, was there any political lesson you think there is to take from an administration whose central goal was to stop Donald Trump's return? And here we are.
And he stopped it.
I mean, you stopped it and enabled, I think some would argue.
Well, when the white vote turned out 71% 2 years ago, and the black vote turned out 59%, you tell me whose fault that is.
I guess
only 59% of African Americans went to the polls 2 years ago.
It's tough for me personally to blame black voters for the last election more than it is to blame President Joe Biden.
That's the fact. It wasn't Joe Biden on the ticket. It was Kamala Harris on the ticket.
For 107 days after he decided
Kamala
to
Harris on the ticket.
I guess I just wanted to see if there was a clear political lesson you took from that moment and whether you think something applies in this kind of larger democratic rethink after. But I hear you. You're saying that you think it was a media problem. It was a branding problem. It was a candidate problem?
I didn't say that. The media had nothing to do with that 59%. If that 59% had been 69%, she would have won.
I guess, so is the argument that black people let Kamala Harris down?
Oh, in many instances, absolutely. If you don't show up to vote, what are you doing?
Is there no valid reason why black voters could not have felt heard by the last Democratic election? Is there no valid reason that they would have?
There might be. I'd like to know what it is.
You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying, Sister Jeff? He still is clueless on what it takes. This is what happens when you got the boule representing you. When you have the black boule representing you as a black American, and they're just throwing you into that we are all one big Negro category, this is what you get. You get a bunch of old, out of date, out of touch, Sambo and Mammy behind representatives. And that's why today's show is called Misrepresentation. It's called The Boule Are Misrepresenting Us. We got somebody, Leslie, checking in. Did we get him in, y'all? I seen them pop up there for a minute, but I don't know. They might have went away. Somebody named Leslie popped up, but maybe they'll come back to join us again. But here's my statement for today. The establishment is shaking from Roland Martin scandal to Andrew Gillum's fall. Kamala Harris's new book tour and Jim Clyburn's controversial statement blaming black voters, the cracks in the Democrat façade are widening. Urban Matters BMG dives deep into this crash out of the Democrats, exposing how the FBA, Grassroots, and Delineation movements are reshaping the conversation. We're reshaping this thing, y'all. We are reshaping the way you look at voting and the way that you're being represented politically in America, y'all. Let's just keep it 100. Is this the turning point for the black political power or just another cycle of politics? Politricks, the Crash Out Chronicles, I call it. The Crash Out Chronicles. Democrats are in freefall. They are. The political landscape is shifting fast, y'all. The Dems will have to learn about the misrepresentation of the FBA without tangible economic outcomes. The grassroots are no longer accepting symbolism, tokenism, or political guilt trips. We want only results. Urban Matters BMG digs into the narratives, the politricks, and the rising demand for lineage-based justice. Can y'all understand that? We here, y'all. We are making our mark in America right now. Sister Shay, you want to add to this? Thank you for joining us again today, too, for Throwback Thursday.
Well, that's what happened, Brother Juice, when the older generations get so beyond themselves of thinking you're on a plantation and you just supposed to do like they say.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So you don't have a brain, you can't think for yourself, you're not educated, right? You're just supposed to vote because I tell you to vote.
Yep.
By the way, voting is voluntary, by the way, anyway, right? So you can't force somebody to vote. You can't blame a particular group of people because they didn't vote for somebody that was a Hindu whore, aka Kamala Harris. She didn't get the nomination the right way. And so even when we look at right versus
Yes, ma'am.
wrong, she didn't even get the nomination the right way.
Yes, ma'am.
So how is that even right if we even talking about the political law of how that works with picking the candidate to be, the candidate for the party?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna violate your own rules just to put a person in place because the other person has dementia? Why you didn't follow in law and just have him removed or impeached?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
all the bearing goes on our culture people, which so y'all say it's only 13% of us, so it's not enough of us. But he didn't say nothing about the Hispanics, the whites, the Asians, and all other foreign people who voted for President Trump. Why has everything have to be directed towards us? And we're not going to keep being a floor mat that you're going to keep walking over, right? And
Absolutely.
telling us what to do and pointing fingers at us. Today is a new day. Our generation is taking over and we asking for something. Everybody else gets something but us, but you use our vote to give everybody else something but your voters, that's your most loyal base. And today that ends.
That's over. And that's the thing they're not understanding about this thing, man. It's over. It has to be over. We have to put our foot down with these people right now, man, because if we don't, we're going to keep getting more Politricks.
The former mayor of Tallahassee, Florida, who almost became mayor of Florida back in 2018. Yet this time he had cut straws, glass pipes, and meth. For the meth, he is facing a felony conviction like this. As a family man, wife and kids, squeaky clean. 20,000 vote difference. Very slim margin, like 49.3. Years later, maybe like 2020, 2021, y'all fact check me on this. Candace reveals pictures and video of Mr. Gillum in a hotel room, butt naked, with drugs everywhere, bodily fluids everywhere, in the presence of two bodybuilding white guys. So now the image of you being a squeaky clean family guy, wife and kids, is out the window. Now you got to address the homosexuality. Now you got to address all that. So there was a big media firestorm behind all this, and he kind of goes quiet, goes underground. He comes back years later on up with fellow Democrats, Bakari Sellers, and Angela Rye. I'm like, okay, he's getting it together, turning his life around, and everything appeared to be okay until he, I don't know, backslid or had a relapse, and now we got a drug issue yet again. If you can hear the sound of my voice, Andrew Gillum, you can still turn it around. You can reclaim your sobriety, but you got to take actionable steps. Don't be a dope fiend all your life. Get it together. Andrew Gillum, the former mayor.
There it is. There it is. These are the type of people that the Democrats are pushing on us. They're pushing it on us because of that weird lifestyle, that weirdo lifestyle, the rainbow Skittles Brights, people that they just want you to just accept. You got to accept everybody's bedroom mentality and behavior. If that's what you want to do in your bedroom, so be it. Keep it in your bedroom. Don't put it into my grandkids' schools. Don't put it into the public opinion category. We don't care about that. Okay? They want to make it seem as if it's a lifestyle choice. No, it ain't. Everybody, and then that's the thing that, let's just keep it 100, y'all. I wish I wouldn't have to beat up the Democrats so bad, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all out there like, why you don't never say nothing about the Republicans? I don't never hear you. Because I don't vote for the Republicans. I've never voted for the Republicans. And maybe if I was voting for the Republicans, I would hold them accountable the same way. Would you agree with that, sister? I mean, I don't vote for them. So why? I'm not going to allow the Republicans and Trump to live in my mind rent-free all day, 24/7. I'm just not going to do it because simple fact, I've been doing this traditionally. I've been a Democrat. Let's just keep it 100, y'all. You mad at the wrong people. You should be mad at the Democrat. You should be mad at the Congressional Black Caucus who's been representing you since 1963. And nobody can tangibly tell me anything that the Congressional Black Caucus or any of these Democrat leadership, black leadership groups, NAACP, have collectively, how we have collectively benefited from these folks.
People you call like me Brother Juice?
No, I was just saying, like people just assume
you making that, a point, guys.
Right. I mean, but you can chime in on that, Sister Cheryl. Like, where are the tangibles?
I'm listening.
Where are the tangibles? All I'm saying, Sister Cheryl, like, what do we get for being loyal to the Democrat Party? And let's keep it 100. They were the ones who voted against the civil rights in 1965. That ain't that long ago. I was born in the early 70s, maybe 5 or 6 years after that. So y'all try to make it seem as if, this big shift took place. When? What year did it take place? Because I think that these the same blue Democrats that, keep pushing this so-called racism and all of that. Y'all see this meme on the screen? Don't dare down me. Hey, got the donkey trying to keep racism alive because they ain't got nothing to offer. They ain't got shit else to offer us. Nothing else but race baiting, racism. And that shit's dying out. That shit is not effective as it used to be. I'm not saying that racism doesn't exist. I'm just saying it's not as effective as it used to be, y'all. Because, like I say, Sister Sheridan generation, and some of my generation and Generation Z and the Alpha generation, man, they dating white women and everything, white men, and we're having interracial relationships. And listen, how do you? I've asked this question so many times. Like, how do you determine who is good white folks and who are the bad white folks? Huh? How do you determine that? I'm just curious. This is the foolery right here. What we got going on in Congress. This is what they doing. These sister girls, Sister Shell. This is what they in the Congress doing right here. This type of foolishness right here. This ain't gonna win nothing. We want tangibles. We want economic
because
tangibles.
our people could attest that we're not getting nothing out of it. As far as, for example, the Congressional Black Caucus, what have they done for us? Okay. For example, what have they done for us? What has any politician that share the same skin complexion as you and I, what have they done for us? Was any laws passed in our favor? Now, a lot of our people,
that's exactly what I just
older
said.
people would assume that DEI was passed for our people, and they are so incorrect. DEI, let me explain. DEI came from affirmative action. Affirmative action was never established with the intent to benefit only our people. Instead, it went to white women and foreigners who benefited. This is the reason why they could come over here and get political positions of power while having dual citizenship or carrying dual citizenship. They're from a totally different country, and they're able to determine what goes on in this one. Let that sink in. Let it in.
Gotta pay a little bit of bills.
Now, I said, okay, I want to let the people know about the Democrats' history. And I actually showed you both sides, but especially the Democrats. I had a series out, and I still have it out on my YouTube channel. A part of that series, dealing with the political realm of things, was about the Civil Rights era. And I exposed the Civil Rights era. Legs, thank you for the gift. I appreciate that. And I exposed the Civil Rights era to let you guys know that it was all about benefiting foreigners. In fact, a lot of the organizations that were created back then were created by foreigners, with whites included, by the way. NAACP, SNCC, SCLC, you name it, white folks was in there. You name it. But again, after we started getting into, we need first-class citizenship for Black Americans. We need equal opportunity for Black Americans. That was around that time. Y'all remember the signs they was holding up? I was showing you all of this. That was around that time. And people, I don't know, what threw you guys off into believing that we have that now and we need to be fighting to keep DEI around because it benefits us. Benefits us how? Because again, the only people that it's going to benefit are those who are already in Congress and being paid to sit there and do nothing. And that's what's been going on. They are being, okay, their districts are being remapped, and the ones that's been there for 40, 50 years, who are Democrats, are being kicked out because the Republicans about to take their place.
And rightfully so. If you ain't doing shit and you got these districts, Democrat, these so-called Black voter districts, like y'all got a problem with Black jobs, but you ain't got a problem with Black voters. I don't understand how y'all break this. It's just insaneness. How do you?
That's what's going on. So this is what you're about to see. So they feel as though this was unconstitutional because you're going to hear them state that they're taking away the positions from Black Americans. And no, they're not. They're just getting rid of the Democrats. Peep game. And the foreigners on top of that, because that's who is going to affect foreigners and white women when it comes to DEI, though, by the way. But you'll see. Hold on.
Performative theatrics. Political theatrics. That's all this is right here.
Now, you see that, Brother Juice? Now, how that make us look? Is that professional? You are a congressperson.
Shit.
You do not behave that way.
But Chef, when you ain't got nothing else, all you have is performative politics. Why are y'all even electing these type of people to get in here with this buffoonery? Who elected her?
Constitution. It is. It's a violation of the Constitution. I'm out of order because y'all are doing illegal.
She said, I'm out of order because y'all, she's literally sitting up there telling you she knows she out of pocket. But yet and still she going along. Oh, she said she's from Georgia.
And she's saying that this is a violation of the Constitution.
Look at them. Look at the mother sister girls. See, that's that right there.
They bite their chili.
This is why people get conduct marks and get barred from. This is why they redistricting her ass out. This why. I don't blame them. These sister girls.
You don't know what an AI work management platform is? Yikes.
I don't get
Here's 3 new AI
don't get it.
Several states have tried redrawing their congressional maps to try to favor one party or the other. It started last year in Texas, then California, Virginia, Ohio, North Carolina, Missouri, Utah, Florida, and now a handful of states in the Deep South. Montgomery, Alabama. This is the birthplace of the modern civil rights movement. We're on the grounds of the Alabama State Capitol. It's the kind of city where there's a statue of Jefferson Davis, the former president of the Confederacy, next to a newer statue of Rosa Parks, who in this city refused to give up her seat on the bus.
Next to it is
There's
who?
the statue of Jefferson Davis, the former president of the Confederacy, next to a newer statue of Rosa Parks.
Stop. My film is out there. Mother Rosa is out. That's on my website right now, DaneMakeYouThink.com. It's called Mother Rosa, the mother of the civil rights movement. That was me and Tanisha's research. And we got to the nit grit of why is she being so duly noted? And she not even one of us. You got the original. I didn't change. It's still the same version. I didn't change.
Boy,
Yeah, I gotta watch that. Yeah, I gotta
Calloway.
watch that. He told the truth on that. Yep.
Hey, you know he called out what's the boy name? Nat.
Yeah, he
Nat
did. Nat Turner too. Yeah,
and what's the other lady who allegedly led the Underground Railroad? Dane had some research that he came up. Harriet Tubman. Dane had some research he came out with. I haven't finished it up, but it proves that the government made those characters up to keep people from revolting, to keep slaves from revolting during that time. They wanted to make it seem like, you know, we got some get back and we had got some of that, you know, we got some justice during slavery, and it was a big slave revolt during the Underground Railroad. But they ain't gonna tell you that really the Underground Railroad is in Florida right here, y'all. That's a whole nother show though. We'll talk about that, about
the fact that they didn't even tell you about all of the slave revolts. Never mentioned that, by the way, Brother Juice. Just wanted to add that. They only focused on Nat Turner. Yeah. The study and learn your history. Yep. We got AI here now. It's no excuse, Brother Juice. We got AI now. We got AI. If these dumb ends can't even get with AI, it's a wrap.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We got Brother Mark in the building. Brother Mark.
What's up, my brother? Yeah. My sister.
What's going on, Brother Mark? Oh, yeah, I see him.
Another beautiful day.
Yeah, man. We were just letting this beam footage play, trying to show you how we being misrepresented. Dane Calloway loves to drop their hot fire on it, man. But they try to come at Dane Calloway, but his research is too heavy, so don't nobody.
It's always on DaneMakeYouThink.com. I didn't change. No, that thing is still the same. Mother Rosa. You probably got it when it first came out, but even if you did, I didn't change anything. It's still the same thing. Mother Rosa is on the website right now. You need to go watch it if you didn't already. And if you don't know, that's me and Tanisha narrating in that documentary. She's narrating and I'm narrating. They got Mother Rosa, as a representative of our people, as if they actually did something. Me and my wife showed you in the trailer. The picture where they were showing her getting fingerprinted happened a year later after the incident, when she was already arrested and let go. So why are they taking pictures of her being fingerprinted a year later? Political theater, ladies and gentlemen. I know you heard that term before. It was fraudulent, unfortunately. But all of that is in the doc. We put it in the doc on the website.
In this city refused to give up her seat on the bus. This is Dexter Avenue in Montgomery. This is where Martin Luther King Jr. would lead marches.
See, they like to give you those what do they call them? They call them just, I can't think of the name. It's a term they like to use for them when they try to make these events like they just really happen. Whatever.
No, I was trying to come up with it too. I know what you're talking about. I wanted to say benchmark, but that's not it.
No, it's called the guys. It's right at the tip of my head, man. I can't think about it. Symbolic victories. Symbolic victories
to push for equal rights.
And go.
It's just a symbol. It ain't really got no tangible evidence behind it. It's just something that they make up. It's like okay, you and your brother was racing, right? And then both of y'all won at the same time, but y'all just called it. It wasn't a race. It was just an event. You know what I'm saying? It's just symbolic. It's just a time.
There's a video on that as well called "The Breach of the Civil Rights Movement." That's on my YouTube channel. The Breach of the Civil Rights Movement. What they count as their district. Okay, now they redoing the territories. Just like originally, it was 13 districts, right? And I showed you the map of the 13 districts, which was the 13 colonies 13 banks, 13 families. You get it? Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that now, okay, let me, here's another thing. The Black Caucus, as an example, the Black Caucus had 13 founding members. The Black Caucus been around since 1971. If it's anybody that you want to get mad at, it should be them. Because since 1971, 2026, that's 55 years. Since 1971, 55 years, name one thing the Black Caucus, the Congressional Black Caucus did for so-called Black Americans. Name one. And that's even when DEI or affirmative action and then DEI came through. Name one. They ain't do a thing. Not, they gave a speech. Not, they gave they took a photo. They hosted a conference. Or they created some symbolic resolution that they wanted you to support. No, I'm asking, what did they change in favor of the so-called Black American families? What exactly did they do? Now, some of them, okay, let's say, for example, one or two of them got some laws passed or got an act passed, some type of bill. They spoke about an issue. You know, they marched and spoke at the podium. They shook the president's hand. I'm talking about, what did they do that played an effect as, or can be considered as a measurable benefit for our people as a collective? What about land protection? Anything, name it. How about that anti-deed theft? Well, I was going over that in another video. How the Jews pulling up talking about something. Oh, they found the loophole in the deeds and they able to grab people's deeds from right up under them. How about that one? Well, anti-deed theft is still legal. And that's what the Black Caucus in Congress. Y'all peeping game? We could go down the list. It's been 55 years. We could go back to the COVID situation.
55 years, man. Listen, y'all can listen to that on your leisure time. Dame be dropping that hot fire, man. And they not ready for that smoke. They not ready for that kind of smoke. And like we said, man, these are the type of people they got representing us. As y'all can see the screen right here. I think Bro Mar might have dropped off on. Look at the screen, y'all. Roland Martin. That dude just told you Kamala had, 3 months. They throwed her out there when they knew Joe Biden, when they cheated the election. They knew Joe Biden. They throwed Joe Biden up there. Joe Biden was fresh off of 2 brain aneurysms. And y'all still went out and tried to get this guy into the damn White House. These were the rejects of the primaries. Y'all remember that year, Sister Chef? They rejected Kamala and they rejected Joe Biden. They got kicked out of the primaries. And then when all 22 of the Democrats started fighting each other during 2016 or whatever, that's how Donald Trump won so easily. Donald Trump was a master at marketing. He ran an excellent campaign, and that's how he won. Because the Democrats couldn't even decide who the hell they wanted to run for their primaries. They were literally fighting each other. Remember Kamala said, Joe Biden, I was that little girl that was affected by those busing laws that you put in effect, Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? And these the type of rejects.
That was a total lie, because she lived in Canada all her life to 18.
Exactly. Exactly. This like Sister Shell say, this was Willie Brown's Hindu whore. And then we got Bussy Boy, Roland Martin. And then Andrew Gillum was almost our damn governor until he was in the hotel getting his backside blowed out on methamphetamine.
Yeah, y'all dodged the bullet.
Just think about this. They putting these people up to represent us, y'all. This is a gross misrepresentation. A gross misrepresentation of people that can really support us and be for us and be leaders and be champions in the community. How you gonna be a champion in the community when you got this kind of stuff right here going on, y'all? Here we go. Check this out.
Is the person who is trash. Donald Trump is the person who attacked Ray.
He calling Donald trash now, but he just got caught in a thong with 4 fingers up his backside.
Trump is the person who attacked the other black female journalists, because that's who he is. He's a despicable human being. He's a piece of crap. That's what he is. He has.
I went back and forth with some of my partners, man, right here locally, man. I'm like, oh man, Roland Martin, he good, man. He be putting down some good political game. Da, 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 da. I say, man, Roland Martin is a butter biscuit eating clown. Don't nobody take Roland Martin serious. You remember he got caught feeding the answers to Hillary Clinton? You remember? During the primaries? Him and Donna Brazile. Remember? This is how he got kicked off of MSNBC. Roland Martin used to be a commentator for MSNBC. But he got kicked off because they got caught cheating. They was cheating against who she was going against them? Hillary Clinton. It was Joe Biden. Her and Joe Biden was competing for the presidency.
No boundaries. He has no bottom. He has no morals, no values.
Speaking of bottoms, no pun intended.
No principles and no ethics. But this is who he is. He is a disgusting individual who does not deserve any respect whatsoever. And that's why on this show, I did not use the title president referencing him, because he has no respect for the office.
It's sad. Look how he be popping his tongue and popping his lips.
Do your leader got any respect for your country in Haiti?
Correct. He's a Haitian reject.
Man. These people gotta fucking go.
He's a Haitian reject.
Nah, they'll kill him if he go back to Haiti.
Correct. Oh yeah, they will.
Video real quick.
Of Roland Martin in her house, in her bedroom. That's who you need to sit. We're gonna talk about that on Monday. Okay, we'll unwind it just a little bit more on Monday.
Has Roland Martin in a compromising position with a woman who is not his wife? It's saying he's being extorted. The grounds of that extortion stem from some video footage. Tasha says she reached out to Roland Martin's team around midnight. They did not deny the existence of the tape. They threatened to sue anybody who would show the tape or show pictures of the tape. Or seems to me like you should be going after the person that's so-called extorting you, instead of putting out threats to anybody that covers that you're being extorted.
Drop it, Roro. Drop it. Don't stop it. This who y'all listening to. This is who y'all listening to. Look at him. This is not a great example of a man. This is not an alpha. This is what you call a beta pussy male.
Boy. I know that some of you guys have been waiting for me to get to this topic about Roland Martin, right? AKA Roland Martin, Roly-Poly-Oly Martin, okay? Who is being subject to some viral rumors that there are videos and pictures of him in very compromising positions, right? We're talking about sexual positions, engaging in sexual activities that could be classified as arguably homosexual, right? We're going to get into the details, okay? But again, this rumor is going viral. And all of this is alleged, right? I just want to be very clear, because Roland is threatening lawsuits, right? He's threatening to sue people. This specific podcaster, influencer, Tasha K, claims that she's seen the video, seen some of the pictures, that Roland's team has verified that, hey, this is authentic, right? This is real, but you can't release it, because if you release it, then that is revenge corn, right? You guys know what I'm saying, right? It's revenge corn. So they're saying, look, if anybody releases this video, we're going to sue, right? So again, all of this is alleged, but she's claiming that she's seen the video, she's seen the pictures, and boy, boy. It's pretty embarrassing, pretty humiliating for Roland if this video turns out to be true. So I want to talk about it, but before we get into it, we gotta
jump in his ass. You got to jump in his ass. Jump in his ass. You got to push back immediately.
Look at Jermaine Dupri like, hold on, cuz you talking about too much booty.
jumping his ass.
That clip is perfect. Perfect for this topic.
Let's listen to Tasha K.
Because I know the rumors. Y'all thought that he was either bisexual or gay. Y'all didn't even know he was married. He's been married 21 years. This is his second wife. He was married to another woman. I'm going to leave her out of this for 6 years. And she left him. I saw the pictures. I saw the videos. I know why she left. Okay. And that's why we're going to leave her identity alone. But he is married to a pastor. She is a preacher and has been with her for 21 years. As much as he talks about the black family being stronger, his dick was not in the pictures. Okay. I give you, without further ado, Poetic Flacco. Welcome to the
Hey, listen, man.
They are going to be scared of you. And they should be in the hip hop community because you're not biased.
Facts.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Listen to me, brother. Poetic Flacco. So listen, you ruined my Saturday. You ruined my Saturday when I received the photos, and I want us to describe them, okay? Because I don't want people to think, oh no, they're making this up. First of all, I've already spoken to his lawyers, okay? His lawyer did say that if anybody posts the pictures and videos, they will be suing. They do have a case on that. That is called revenge porn, okay? So we cannot divulge those videos or those pictures. But what we can say is that his team told me verbatim, that is him. Him and his wife are working through it. And this has been going on for 2 years. He is a part. He is claiming, according to his lawyer, that this is an extortion plot and gave me the people that are involved, okay, in this extortion plot against him. So they got him on video, as you saw.
If they ain't storing the Roland Martin, they ain't getting shit, boy. I tell you that. It's broke ass.
Of course.
Wow. Wow. They got old Rolanda on video. Now, they're going to describe what's in this video, but I find the whole extortion plot thing to be fascinating because according to her...
Hey, first of all, I'm going to start with you. What you thought first? Let me hear your
I'll be real with y'all, though. I was disappointed because Roland, because again, I'm African, right? So there are people online who hate it. Roland has been one of the biggest advocates for Africans in this country. So when I seen this, I was like, come on, Roland, bro. Because Roland presented himself as like Martin Luther King, as like this Baptist preacher-esque. Now, he never say, right? He presents himself as like a Baptist preacher. Right?
Like he's above all the bullshit.
Yes.
Throwback Thursday now. I'm just reminding y'all of that because y'all let people like Roland Martin represent y'all. Y'all listen to his commentary. Y'all say he's such a political guru. And so I'm throwing it back to let you know this is your fault.
Yes.
Sister Sherry gonna be the same people steady talking, saying what the hell is the last generation doing for us. Because of this stuff like this, because y'all listen to these type of people.
And Roland is the first person to come on that live stream and gossip and babble for out. If Roland feels like he got somebody, Roland gonna tell somebody business now. So I was shocked when I seen those pictures. But now I'll be real, as a man, I did not know that penis got that small.
Listen, now I wanted to tell people this. This is obviously a medical condition.
Yes, absolutely.
This is a medical condition. I told the only penises that I've seen that look like this was Diddy's. Did you see Diddy's penis? Yes. He got a big fat
Bossman D-Lo too.
Right.
Yeah.
John Gray, Pastor John Gray has this same condition. Yeah. And what we both saw,
Bobby Roder with you though. Diddy's penis is massive compared to Roland Martin's. Yo, Diddy. Nah, man. No,
just to set the record straight, I have not seen the Diddy tapes, right?
I haven't seen them either, but that is hilarious.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know the frame of reference that they're talking about here. I just find this conversation to be hilarious, to be honest with you. But am I really surprised by what I'm hearing, right? just considering the way that Roland Martin acts, right? He acts like the type of guy who's lacking in some areas. I'm talking about like lacking more than normal, right? I'm talking about like very lacking, right? Almost probably non-existent, just based off his sassy personality and just the way he carries himself. Again, I'm just not surprised at all, to be honest with you.
Black man? Are you a straight black man?
Yes.
You cannot judge penis size.
Listen, I can't.
Penis size. And those men are built like women down there, and they are damn near studs.
Yeah.
Butches.
Yo, that was terrible, bro. I'll be real, yo. Like, if you got a woman who can tolerate you for 21 years and you got that, the least you owe her is some type of loyalty, bro. You got no business stepping out if you got that.
Yeah,
that's outrageous.
What I saw. We saw him with the shirt on. Matter of fact, let me pull the pictures up, and I'm gonna describe the pictures as I'm looking at them. Yeah. But I have the right to do that, so I'm not legally doing anything that's illegal. I've already talked with my lawyers as well. So, but we still gone.
Yeah. Disclaimer. I'm just playing what the people who are spreading the rumor. I'm just playing what they're saying. I'm not making any claims at all because I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I'm covering this as a news story, right? I'm just saying. So I'm a very neutral person in this situation. I'm not making any claims.
We still gonna talk about it. So the pictures are. Hold on, real quick. Make sure we got almost 7.
Let me put my copyright disclaimer up there.
7,000 people in here, guys. Yeah. Please make sure you are liking this video. Please. Absolutely. Okay. We worked very.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all heard it here. Urban Matters BMG TV.
Very hard on
Throwback Thursday.
On this content here, all right, and we deserve the credits and the love that we deserve. So the first picture that you sent me, he's standing in a doorway.
Yes.
AI can't make this doorway. This looks like an apartment by the arches on the door, and he has on a shirt that says, "If it doesn't bring peace, profit, or purpose, then don't give it your time, energy, or attention." So his body is shaped like an inverted triangle. Yes. He has a fupa, which means fat over
a bussy pouch.
Right. And then he has, of course, hair, and then he has on a G-string, but it has a cuff. And I thought it was leopard print at first, but it looks like army fatigue or money.
Yeah.
But it's barely covering like his big monkey, like his micro penis.
Yeah.
It's a micro penis, okay?
And he got the catfishing too, because what he did was, right, he put his balls within the pouch so it hung a little bit lower. The nigga got the catfishing. Look at it. That ain't his penis. Come on, bro.
I'm done with you. I'm not going to do this with you today.
Look at that.
Okay, so the next. This is from a video still, okay? So he's rolling. He has peach fuzz on his hair. He has more hair on his chest and on his balls than he does on his head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's laying. His stomach is laying to the side, and there's a big ball sack, and then there's a micro penis.
Yes.
And then that's the second still from the video, and then another video. He's in this woman's home.
Yeah.
There are cameras set up. I initially thought when I first put it out, by looking at it, I said this must be an OnlyFans worker.
No.
You know what I'm saying? To have cameras up. Why would he be so free? And also me too.
Yeah, that's wild to me. Right? That's super wild. Again, when you are somebody like that, especially when you are Roland Martin and your whole thing is being holier than thou, right? It's kind of his whole thing. Okay. You might not want to record yourself, or put it this way, you might not want to allow anybody to get access to, you doing things that are compromising, right? Especially something like that, right? Especially something that, people can deem to be homosexual, right? Or not straight, right? So again, it's just kind of wild to me how, behind the scenes, right?
That just go to show you that he actually was comfortable doing what he was doing because he's probably done it before.
He been doing it. She said he been doing it for 2 years. So he probably do that, get it recorded, and play it on this, like he got caught on his laptop, right? Watching gay porn. And
you can't make this up, man. Exactly. Y'all remember that when he got caught looking at he got caught looking at the male cheeks on his iPad when he was doing an interview, right in the middle of an interview with Kamala Harris. These people are weirdos. This is why I'm putting this content out here for y'all, to show y'all that, listen, stop listening to the Democrat Party. These people only care about what's weird and what's abnormal. They love dysfunction. They love degeneracy. But yet still they want to make it seem as if the Republicans are the reason why we are not benefiting or getting anywhere in America. And I just refuse to let them to keep blaming stuff on Trump and the Republicans when it's obviously clear you're not doing anything for your voters, Democrat Party. Not one thing.
Some of these people are moving differently, right?
He's immoral though, because he don't have no problem with abortions and all of that, right? Because he can't make no kids.
That's what this girl said. It's impossible for him with the size of his
he can't
male apparatus
to
be able to make kids. This is why he has no kids. Y'all know that's a condition. You could be so not there, down there, to where your tool won't function properly.
Yeah, well, that makes sense why he acts the way he acts, right? He has more feminine and estrogen about himself versus the testosterone. Where else can that energy go? Because it ain't going down there.
Exactly. He acts like, what do they call it when they chop off?
Like you say, sassy. What you call him? I call him bussified, but I know you call him sassy Martin.
Mr. Sassy. Mr. Sassy. Let's continue.
They moved a whole lot differently.
Let's see, hold on.
I got some information.
He thought he was untouchable.
Yes, but also too, I got some information on the chick. She's apparently a professional because we got some other people that she done got money out of.
Right, and that's what we're going to talk about. That's why I had to have you here. So he's on the bed, laying on the headboard. The headboard got little diamonds in it. He got fur pillows. His legs is like this.
Peep the leg position too. Peep the leg position. That's somebody
is like this.
Wide open.
She's inserted like
3 fingers.
You know, right, fingers. Into him. Now I do want to say from what I'm looking at, his lawyers said, listen to me. This is exactly what his lawyer said last night. He said, Tasha, I wanted to confirm the pegging statement was retracted. I said, listen, I was told she pegged him. I'm looking at the pictures. I will confirm that he denies it. Roland Martin and his team are denying that he is being pegged in these stills from the video that was captured in this woman's home, okay?
Of course. Wow.
And then the lawyer says he absolutely denies that. It's not true. She's already dug a deep grave if she's claiming that. So basically they're putting it on her, all right?
Well, he's slick because there's an actual definition. These niggas are slick. Pegging means taking a dildo and going up your butt with it.
Right.
Those look like fingers. So she was butt breaking him with her fingers, allegedly, from what I saw. I could be wrong, in my opinion.
No, I'm looking at it because he assumed the position to receive. And I'm just gonna say this, and I'm not picking at him like this is an actual medical condition, but here's the thing. Roland, I feel like can't give. He's only a receiver.
Yes.
And I feel like that's why a lot of people think that he may be gay or bisexual. Given the video, let me play this video. I think we got to drop you down for a second, but just remain right there.
Of course.
Do we have to drop him down? Oh, no, she got it right here. So here's him dropping it low. That's Roland Martin. Get it, roll. Get it, roll. Look
Bussy popping.
Yes, because
he definitely zesty, bro. 100%. I think he likes to do more than get his prostate played with, right? Because that's what's being described right now, I think. Right? I think that he's certainly into that at the very least, right? But I think he's a little bit more, right? I think it's deeper than that, to be honest with you. Especially if all the stuff she's saying is true. She said he probably true.
Given the size of his area, he can't give anything. He can only receive for pleasure.
And the pillows is a giveaway.
Huh?
And the pillows is a giveaway because he was laid up on top of some big ass pillows. Why would a man need to lay on some pillows to get some head? You lay on some pillows to leverage that booty up a little bit more so she could get inside faster.
Put it like this. He was in birthing position.
Oh my God, man.
He was in birthing position.
Bruh.
And when you're in that position, which means you got to kind of toot it up on the pillows so you can get it, because he is not a giver, he is a receiver. And I feel like because he can't get it inside, that's the reason why he doesn't have any children.
Yeah.
I don't think he can make children. I don't know how. I think Diddy has some extraction done. Diddy has a little bit more money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just think that's the reason why he's had 2 wives and no children, and there's been no side chicks that have popped up with big booties. But also, to answer your question, because a lot of people thought, to answer the viewer's question, oh, I know y'all caught him with a man. I know y'all caught him with a man. Remember this clip? Remember this clip here? It switched to his screen, and it was a man walking backwards naked. So even if Roland Martin was gay, he wouldn't be able to be a top. He would only be able to be a bottom.
No, facts. Which also, too, bro, any man who takes that, again, from my opinion, that many fingers, bro, that's not your first time. You would have had to have something as girthy as those fingers before you can lay down. Because when you look at his...
Wow. So I think we get the gist of this. These people revealed a lot of details that, quite honestly, were kind of scarring about Roland Martin and what he's into. I personally don't care about what he's into in his personal life, right? If he's into, getting his prostate...
Okay, that's enough. So listen, that was excruciating. I don't know how we. Okay, let me take a breather here. But these are the type of people that Black Americans are allowing to speak for them, talk for them, represent them. As I was saying in my commentary, this is what you like. This is what y'all are. This is why you have nothing. This is why we are still here 60 years later fighting for civil rights. Because you have these type of people that have been representing us, and you refuse to push back. And then as soon as we start pushing back, now they want to call you xenophobic. Because why? They are taking illegal immigrants and putting them before us. They are putting their situation ahead of ours. And here we are, the ones that have fought for everybody to have justice in this country, but yet and still we cannot benefit from any of the protests and pushback that and the rights that we have created in this country. That's the one thing I can say about Trump. Y'all can talk that shit about him, but he at least gives us the dignity and gives us the respect to call us Black Americans. He doesn't call us black and brown. He doesn't call us people of color. None of that. You want to chime in on that, bro, Mark?
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. This zesty little fella really showed out, didn't he?
Oh,
but we've been saying this for a while. I'm not surprised. And yeah, that's why, I was telling somebody earlier, even go back to biblical days, because our women tend to go off emotion so strong. They've mastered how to push that emotional button with our women. And now our women are lining up and fighting for stuff that are so against basic godly beliefs, morality, and they just don't learn how to push our buttons. And we have just a small percentage of women, or a smaller percentage of women like Sister Cher and people like that, who actually go off facts and not emotion so much. And that creates a problem, because I tell you something else about people like us. We tend to not be the loudest ones in the room. It's those emotional, zesty ones that are usually the loudest ones. And then when our backs get pushed up against the wall like they are now, then you start hearing more men standing up, not males. You start hearing more men standing up, and you start hearing more women standing up, not females, but women standing up and starting to fight for things that are going out of whack. But too many times we let it get too far gone. And those loud ones are talking about people like President Trump and and people who just say it like it is, that old-fashioned manly way. I'm gonna tell you like it is. And yeah, some things I can't tell you because if I tell you, it's gonna create a big problem. So I'll talk around it. But I understand that. And everybody else who's in a position of power or a position of any kind of relevance can understand that. You know, I'm not gonna talk if Brother Juice, if I'm talking to somebody about you and you and I, we are trying to negotiate something, what am I gonna tell them? Am I gonna say, man, Dr. Juice crazy, man. I don't know what he talking about. That's gonna ruin the negotiation, ain't it? So I'm gonna say positive stuff, you know? Dr. Juice, he got his points. I got my points. We working together. It's going great. I'm gonna stay on the positive note. But when you get all these zesties out there and these emotional people, they want to pick every little thing apart in order to create dissension. And that's what the Democratic movement been doing for umpteen years. They've been trying to pull up negatives out of everything. And so far in this administration, thank God, all the stuff that they've been crying doomsday about haven't came true. And so people like Roland Martin, he pushed those emotional buttons. Yes. And you see why. Exactly. You know, even growing up, you know, we all of us already know, growing up, you can just look sometimes, majority of the time, you can just look and go, something ain't right about that one right there. Yeah. And that's Roland Martin, one of them, you know.
You can feel that janky energy.
Yeah, it ain't right.
They study us, Brother Mark, so that's why they put them out there.
Yes,
that's why they start calling
yes,
the men. What did Joe Biden do? As soon as he got in office, toxic what? Masculinity. And you know why? When brothers start voting for President Trump, don't think they're not watching it. When they saw them numbers, that was it for the brother. And it's even more now. It's even,
yes.
I went to an event here in Houston, calling these old corrupt people out. And the lady on the call had the nerve to say, fellow men, that's voting 30% or more for Republicans. We gotta step up and bring black girl magic. And I said, why y'all continue to cause that divide? Didn't you come from a man?
Right.
You wouldn't even be here if it was. Anyway, don't let me go down there, brother. To disrespect these people.
Right. And you know what's scary? So many of these people who be yelling all this.
You want somebody to defend you if something happened. And
yes.
Saying, oh no, come running over here now. All them sister girls and lost their job. I need a man now.
Right.
Holler at the brothers and see how many women in their DMs now. Check that out. They lost their job because of DEI. Check that shit out.
Yep. And here's the thing. People can say whatever they want. If you making a positive contribution, if you are, you know, like for instance, when Target had all these black products in their store, if those products were making money, they wouldn't have took them out of the store. They took the stuff out that the government was subsidizing to be in there. And if you can't notice that, if you can't recognize that, then something is wrong. Because it's about making money at the end of the day. And if I got to fill my shelves up with stuff that ain't moving, then you got to do something for me. And as long as the government was paying them to keep that stuff in the store, they kept it. But once the government cut that doggone sugar off, they say that's enough. We getting this out of him. And then black folk get mad.
Yeah, exactly.
They lied about a lot of stuff with their Brother Mark. Like, for example, the sister that made honey pot, her stuff been in Target and Walmart for the longest. This was even before a DEI came. It was another. What's the other one? The lady that did the curl, what is it, Curl Moisture, before she sold the company. Those stuff was inside of Target and Walmart for years.
Long time. Yep.
Long time before that even happened. So
yeah,
we gotta start looking back at history. Like I keep saying, how do we get here? Hey, did
right.
you do some research first? If you didn't see the lady from Honey Pot, you didn't see the lady from the Curl Moisture, these other owners who have these products in the store telling you to boycott. Why would you boycott? But you saw what happened. It was a Jew, the small Smurf head guy that was behind it. Did y'all check that out?
Yep.
He was the one that was behind it, the small Smurf hat boy. And I told all my classmates and friends, get that shit off your page.
Yep.
It's new administration now. Y'all ass gonna be without a job. Y'all better take that shit down.
Yep. Yep. All them games, man. And you know, here's what's scary too. When we talk about, you know, politics and things like that, we look at, if this has been happening for years, ever since I was a kid, the people of color get into a position of power and they start doing these things that's going on up in politics, and they get comfortable. And then when something go down, they use that person of color as the scapegoat, because we have to be the face of everything negative in America. And they've been doing that since I was a kid, and they still do it today. And these nigglets still keep going for it. They get up there and they do dumb stuff, and then next thing you know, people start going to jail, and most of them are of color. The ones going to jail, Fannie Willis and all them people, the ones going to court, Fannie Willis and all them. They got to stop that foolishness, because they are going to be the scapegoat. You're going to be the scapegoat. So you might as well don't do what they do. Do what's right.
But my thing is, they so dumb and so blind, though, Brother Mark. They setting themselves up for failure. You mean to tell me nobody in your family, nobody who you hang around with, nobody in your entourage told you, hey, Jasmine Crockett, you might want to kind of pipe that down a little bit. You know, I wouldn't be going out doing all this, saying, I mean, you are a congressperson. Because think about it. Everybody went in online on her, said she was unprofessional. You are a congressperson. You don't behave that way. Don't you have a law degree? Didn't you go to private school? Aren't your parents preachers? So who told you to go on Instagram and TikTok to try to emulate this sister girl attitude? But see, they tell you right there, these people are so far out of church, suburban. Got to check her background too, right? You got to check out her background, because where's her mom and daddy? I ain't never seen no pictures of her family neither. See,
right. That's right.
See, y'all better, now we got to watch people, check people backgrounds. Because who put that battery in your back like that? Who told you to do like that? And look, you ruined your whole career behind it. You ruined.
I'm sure it was just for money too. It was just
not only did she ruin her career.
How would she ever come back from that? She can't, y'all. She's done.
But look, Chef, this the catch-22, Chef. No, none of them people that she put her neck on the line for came to save her or came to offer her any type of assistance or any type of refuge. They left her out there.
They never even stood behind her, Brother Juice. Did you ever see him standing behind her, ever? Where was the squad at?
Perform with the politics.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
And we so used to housewives of this, that, and the other, cat stuff and peanut butter.
Yep.
So we get a congressperson acting a fool. That's just like that fool going through the dog in the chambers with a bullhorn. What happened to having some sort of decorum? You don't carry yourself like that. You embarrassing your mama, your daddy, and all your grandfolks.
Theatrics.
Yeah, you don't
know we weren't raised like that. You did something like that growing up, man. Your mouth, your teeth be on that floor.
Okay. You'll be gumming your food, looking like a gummy bear.
Bro Shike, we see you in the building, boy. What's going on? We know you like to make an entrance, bro. What's up with you? Bro Shike? Oh, Lord. You had to get the hold of that value meal. You hear us, bro Shike? You in the building. We hear you, bro. All right. We'll come back to you. Yeah, man. But listen, hey, and we're looking at this poll right here from CNN about the Democrats. Party's favorability rating among Americans stands at a record low according to the new CNN poll conducted by SSRS, fueled in part by dimming views from its own frustrated supporters, with many of the party saying publicly that their leaders should do more to stand up to Donald Trump. President Donald Trump. Democrats and Democratic aligned independents say 57 to 42% the Democrats should mainly work to stop the Republican agenda rather than working with the GOP. You see how stupid this is? Now, listen to what this statement. The Democrats, these are the people y'all are listening to, these advisors. Why should you mainly work to stop the Republican agenda versus coming up with your own demands and your own agenda? Forget what the Republicans doing. Let's do our own thing if we're going to be Democrat voters and we're going to be Democrat alignment with the Democrats. That's y'all problem. Y'all just voting blue no matter who, and then y'all are letting the Democrat personnel come up with the agenda. The Democrats don't know what's going on in your community locally. I ask people all the time, Sister Shell, what's the name of your local representative that represents you, your local district representative? Do you know these jokers don't know? All they know is I'm just going to the polls to vote blue no matter who. That's called political ignorance. So you're partially the blame for your condition of your communities. And you are the blame of your past condition of your communities. I see this guy to Louisiana, they keep trying to prop up this black dude. He just going in and talking, oh, y'all, it's all about racist. Y'all just don't care y'all being racist. Let me tell you something about a person that practices racism. They don't need you to remind them what racism is. If they are going to practice racism, they practicing it because they understand we win as a team of racists. That's what y'all don't understand as black American voters. Y'all want to represent and let everybody come and jump on your damn boat just because y'all got the same skin color. And that's where you're going wrong, because other groups don't do that. I don't never see the Latinos telling y'all, oh, we finna rock with y'all too, black people. No, they have their little Latin Day parades, and they have their little Cinco de Mayo, and they don't invite you. They don't invite you. They don't include you. Yeah, you may be dating a Latino chick and you might just so happen to go by one of the festivities or something one year, but as a collective, they don't invite you. You down there in Texas, Sister Sherry, you see how they act.
Yeah, that's true. They don't.
And I'm not throwing no shade at my sisters and brothers.
They don't stand with us neither.
Rightfully so, Sister Sherry. They should look out for their own people. That's why you need to look out for yours.
Absolutely.
But as soon as you do it, oh, it's xenophobic then. You see the Jedi mind trick,
until you raise a speaker argument that they can't refute. See, a lot of them, because I get them all the time, just tell me that I ain't telling the truth. Prove me wrong. I'll be quiet when you prove me wrong or you catch me in a lie. Other than that, you can't.
Pull that clip up real quick, Sister Shell, where you step to your local government. Pull that clip up real quick. I'm going to give y'all an example of what you supposed to be doing locally. Watch when my sister pull up this clip. I'm going to show you this. You don't wait around for politicians to support you. You don't wait around for politicians to represent you. You don't wait around for politicians to ask the tough questions. You get in there and you get your hands dirty. That's what you do. You don't sit around. Watch this clip. What my sister pull up this clip. I'm going to show y'all what real activism is on the ground. I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like. I'm going to show you what real activism looks like.
Tell me when you can see it, Brother Juice, because you know it be it echoes sometimes, but let me see. Tell me when you see it.
Okay. I'm sick of this mess, man.
Oh.
Sick of you tired goofball Negroes.
Okay. Let me try.
All our ancestors are that shed the blood so that you can get out here and do your own thing. You steadily want to be on the plantation. All right, there we go.
Hey, go home and come back. Don't allow that in Mexico.
Let me see. Let me exit out of here. Hold on.
There it goes.
I gotta maximize it, right? Blow it up a little bit.
Go ahead. There you go.
That's good, or some more.
Yeah, that's
you
perfect.
told me don't go full screen. Okay.
Hey, go home and come back. They don't allow that in Mexico.
But because we're questioning,
he a coon, by the way. This one here, James Dixon with the NAACP. He a coon.
Oh yeah, he on Sambo, huh? Think it stopped on us. You still there, sister? Yeah, it froze up on us. I guess when you maximize it, it freezes up.
Did it freeze?
Go ahead, play it again. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Hit play.
Hey, go home and come back. They don't allow.
we're questioning the way years.
Why is this so important? These people broke state and federal law by coming into our country illegally. They have to follow the law. When driving while black, where's the ordinance for us? We never had that before. What about all the Hispanics who voted highly for Trump? What about them in Briones district? Adrian Garcia, do they agree with this ordinance? No. Everybody have to follow the constitutional law of American citizen. It was not for illegals. And Salinas, I met with you at your office and I told you, do not push your agenda. And what did you do? You ain't been in that seat 6 months and you on here pushing the agenda. We got more serious issues to deal with in this country, in this city, than for illegal immigrants. Follow state law. Become legal citizens the right way. Go home and come back. They don't allow that in Mexico. They wouldn't allow this in China, and they wouldn't allow this in Japan. It's not right. Don't stop my time up. Now they could be disrespectful, and I beat mine for my time. But tell me anything I said ain't true. Legal citizens come here and get their citizenship the right way. They don't break state and federal law.
I'm sick of them.
Hey, you was on all their ass, wasn't it?
Sure was.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of fire that we have to display and demonstrate, y'all. All of this voting blue no matter who and not holding these people accountable. And then when nothing goes right and the economy gets out of hand, you want to blame it on damn Trump.
Bro, I got to disagree with y'all. I got to disagree. Because we do show that fire. We do. Stop saying that. And I'm being facetious for people who don't understand it when they hear it. We are showing that fire. We showing that fire for Democrats and for abortion and for gays.
There you go.
For everything negative and against God, we are giving all of that fire.
Wow.
And that is the problem. We have been successfully fighting for immorality.
Ooh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
It's sad, and I don't understand how anybody can't see immorality when they see it. Because it's so funny. I talk to people, and it's like, you know, they can be a stone cold Democrat, and I'd be like, "Oh, so you down with gays and this gay agenda?" No. Now I ain't with the gays. I ain't with that. I ain't voting for that.
Yes, you
But
are.
how do
Yes,
you
you
vote for
are.
a party? How do you vote for a party like that? I mean, you can't serve what they say. You can't serve two masters at the same time.
That's right. And,
Wow.
and so then, you know, I go the same way with the kids, you know. So it's cool for you to have a quote unquote transgender or a male who identifies a woman to walk in the bathroom with your little girl or your granddaughter. Oh no, they can't do that with me, but that's what you voting for. You know, we cannot be that shallow. We really can't. So you down? So you down with killing babies and abortion? No. It's just women ought to be. You can't have a baby. Why can't you say that? Because that baby don't have a voice, but I do. Somebody
That
got to
baby
fight.
didn't ask to be here. Shit.
Right. The baby didn't ask to be here. That was you doing what you do. And they always say the same stuff, and it's scary. They go, well, what about a woman who was raped or incest? I say that's already in the law.
It's already there.
Yeah. And so we don't read at all. We just listen to CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS. And that's sad, because then we don't know the information, and then we have all that fire about misinformation. And so yes, we do have that fire. We just have that fire for the wrong thing.
I'm gonna have to start using that.
Mm.
And like I say, you can't call it racism when it's people that look just like you committing racism against you and your community.
Right.
That's racism.
That's just like that boy King who set Roland Martin straight. The
King Randall.
The young black boy over there in Albany. He was trying, he ended up getting it, but he was doing a youth camp facility there in the city. You know who was the people fighting against him, trying to keep that from happening?
I saw that, Brother Mark, all them old heads. I saw that. All people, older people. That was sad. That was
I'm like,
sad. I saw
what?
that. All down at City Hall. That's crazy.
Yes. So we are our biggest problem. And it's scary. And once again, misinformation will do it to us every time. And once we get that misinformation in our head, it's like there's no room to readjust your thought pattern. I got to stick with this.
Yes, sir. Boom, there it is. Y'all heard it. I
was gonna play him Trump on the. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, we got him right there.
Okay.
All right, you can go ahead.
We thought he was okay. Let me see. Brother Juice, is it showing or what?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see. Just when we thought our president was down and out, he keep fighting, right? For the American people. Check out this executive order for birthright citizenship. Get them out of here. It was for the slaves, the babies of the slaves. Okay, pay attention. And the time frame is not that hard. Check this out.
Concerning birthright was close, but a very, very unfortunate decision. So we're making adjustments because it's very unfair. This was done for a different reason. This was done right after the Civil War. This was for the babies of slaves. And what's happening now, people are building businesses around it. From wealthy people are building businesses around birthright citizenship. That's not the way it was supposed to work. It's a disgrace. They're buying their way in, and we're not going to let it happen. So, Steve, if you will, please.
Yes, so today the President signed these two executive orders here relating to birthright citizenship and birth tourism. As the President mentioned, the 14th Amendment was passed exclusively in the aftermath of the Civil War so that to ensure that the children of slaves would be citizens. It had no other meaning and purpose outside of that. And that's been clear, obviously, since the day that it was passed. You can go back and you can read the congressional debates. This is not something that's even seriously contested by anybody. The president is using his authority as commander-in-chief to sign first an executive order using the new ruling the Supreme Court issued to expand the definitions of people who are ineligible for birthright citizenship.
Dealing with on birthright citizenship, we had a very unfortunate decision in the
Now y'all saw that, Brother Juice?
That's it. I heard it. Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Still fighting. Still fighting. And we'll be one of the loudest groups talking about he wrong. He shouldn't do that. And he this and he that. Man, he one of the ones trying to fight for your little jobs that you have. Because he understands what AI and all these data centers are going to do.
Absolutely.
And so we got to get as many American jobs over here as possible before these machines start taking jobs. So we got to get some kind of balance over here. And we can't keep standing in the way of progress, of course, but we can't be standing in the way of our own success. And that's what we're doing.
But it's the chaos that come with it.
Yes, sir. And all I'm saying to y'all, man, listen, family. It's because why? We are the watchmen. We are the only ones, people that are intelligent thinkers like Urban Matters BMG at this platform and people at this panel. You are under a spell. You can't see clearly. You can't see that the Democrat Party is finished. They are weak and they have fallen from grace. They have nothing left in the tank. They came out here with all this performative politics stuff, and this stuff is expired. It has expired. I got another clip I gotta play y'all real quick to just show y'all that this stuff is. Look how they losing all their primaries. Look at this right here. Just look at this.
This really isn't even about him, you all. Billionaires want to control this district.
And then big money came into play.
The short answer is she didn't. She's losing by 26 points in St. Louis City.
And she lost her seat.
I'm not worn out. I'm not tired out.
They bought this seat and they didn't buy it cheap.
Yeah, there's going to be times we disagree on issues, but that never should stop.
Now, she got beat out by a brother. 21 to some, I think 1. This brother smacked it up, flipped it, and rubbed it down.
Stop us from doing the work.
He backed the Brinks truck up.
I'm not beat up. I'm not sat down. I'm not silenced.
That's why I hate politics.
This really isn't even about him, you all. Billionaires want to control this district.
And then big money came into play.
The short answer is she didn't. She's losing by 26 points in St. Louis City.
And she lost her seat.
I'm not worn out. I'm not tired out.
This Cori Bush. What was it that she came out and did? She did something stupid. What was it she did? She some performative theatrics she came out and I think it was during the immigrant thing, and she came out and she was one of those ones that went to one of those immigration facilities and did something stupid. It's just theatrics after theatrics, but yet and still they ain't jumping in front of no trucks for y'all. And then all these people have been fighting
for ain't even voting for them.
Exactly. They come out here and hit all these backflips for illegals. And it ain't for immigrants, y'all. It's for illegal immigrants. I want my immigrant family to understand that when we say this, when we call you a tether, we're not talking about you because you came here You came here, you followed the law, you came and got your paperwork, right? What you say, Sister Shirley? Got their paperwork. You did it the right way. We appreciate that. That's what we need you to do. We need you to come here and obey the laws. I mean, we have to obey the laws. So when we talk about these people, family, we talking about illegals, my immigrant family. I just want y'all to understand that. We're not picking on y'all. We're talking about illegals. But another thing, what's that, bro, Mark?
I was just gonna say, and here's something else. Most of the people that did it right, they don't appreciate this whole illegal immigrant movement anyway, because they spent the time, spent the money, put in the effort, and then they got their citizenship the right way.
Yes, sir.
And they don't like
Yes,
people
sir.
being handed citizenships or
Correct.
benefits. So
Correct.
we got to make sure we highlight that too.
Yep. And I understand, y'all. I understand my sisters and brothers that are immigrants. I understand. You don't really want to, get yourself out there and get into shaking the bus and, and get out there and start all type of controversy. I get it. You're right. And you did it. But listen, somebody needs to let somebody know that y'all did it the right way. And we appreciate that as your fellow Americans here. We consider y'all Americans. When you come here the right way, we consider you an American. And we respect you as an American.
That's in the constitutional naturalization. That's in the Constitution. Absolutely.
Yes.
How they get to skip the line.
That's right.
You broke state and federal law. Because if we do something, don't they lock us up? I'm just saying.
Correct. So like I say, man, this episode has been clearly to point out that we have been misrepresented. And the reason why we're delineating is because of the misrepresentation. I think me and Brother Mark was talking about Byron Donalds, which Byron Donalds has some immigrant background too, but he came here the right way. And now some of his views, I talked to Bro Mark about this. I don't agree with. One of the views is his views about reparations. But like I say, I think the brother might be a good fit for Florida. We'll see. And but it's a lot of people that the Democrats have that they're not standing on business like Byron Donalds. You got people like Kamala Harris, for instance. She's a Hindu. People like Obama. He never really done anything for us because he can't really identify with us as Black Americans because he's not a Black American. I've never heard Obama say that I'm a Black American. I've heard them say he's a Black. That's the thing about it. I got one more clip I want to play, y'all. One more clip that's going to break down the point that I'm trying to make right now. Let me see if
all right. While you look that up, I just want to say something about reparations. Okay.
Okay.
Here's my problem with reparations, and this is why I feel we'll never get them, because they know that we aren't the majority of the slaves. They know that we already done got our reparations. We just have to claim our tribes and follow the treaties and make them follow the treaties. And then we can get our money. But instead, we want to create a new group, which is Black or whatever. And then we want to try to get reparations. And most of us can't even prove that we're descendants of slaves. Whereas white people can tell you, my great-great-great-grandpappy came from Poland. He was an indentured servant for this long, and they got their whole lineage. So once again, they'll end up getting the majority of the money. We got to follow our indigenous roots, and we got to get our money from the treaties.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, that's what we preach over here at Urban Matters. We preach, Black grassroots indigenous heritage. And we standing on, we'll never get it, Brother Mark, because we want to make it out about race. We can't make it out of race. We got to make it out of lineage. We got to make it out of the bloodline. And once we do that, you can't compromise a bloodline. You can't hijack a bloodline. You know, it's just like the tribes in the Bible. Now, either you are or you're not. Either you Semite or either you full, you know, you're a full person of Israel. Or you the real of the is that ain't real. So yeah, man, it's about if we base reparations on lineage, American lineage and the American heritage, oh, we'll get it. But like you say, everybody got to align on that premise. Everybody has to align on the bloodlines, the lineage, because you can't. That's something you'll never be able to hide. You can't hide a bloodline. That's just like if me and you, we here in Lake Wales and we find out we kinfolk. Ain't nobody. That's just like your mama. Your mama is your mama. Your dad is your daddy. That can never change. Right. You're going to always have that genetics in you. And so that's what we need to make everything about, because that's the first scripture in the Bible is Genesis. That's about genetics. And see, we miss that. We miss that meaning right there. We think, oh, just in the beginning, God created it. No, genetics. It's about Genesis. That means the creation. Genesis means the genes. You can't fake genes. You can't manipulate genes. You get it? You can't.
Yo, can you hear me?
You can't manipulate it. What say, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We hear you.
What's the word?
We chilling.
Yeah, I don't know what's up to Mike, man. It wouldn't let me. I don't know. This phone is tripping, man. I gotta get.
Okay, give us a quick synopsis of what you think about the tonight's show and about a lot of these politics and a lot about this misrepresentation and the reason why Black Americans are delineating and everybody is butthurt about it. Now everybody want to make it seem like we so xenophobic, but everybody else get to have their Chinatown. Everybody else get to have their little Latin town. Everybody else get to have their little Haiti. Everybody else get to have their Jew town. But as soon as we do it, oh, we xenophobic.
Yeah, but we still got to push through it and reconstruct and do it, because, like you said, man, nobody gonna do it for us. You know what I'm saying? Doing a little bit of your genealogy, like Brother Mark said, we gotta find who you want to be moving forward, because a lot of these labels and titles, man, ain't working, player. You know, people still want to claim Black, African American, and all these other labels and stuff. You gotta identify you as a natural person again. You know what I mean? And reconstruct your governance yourself. You know what I'm saying? Within the guidelines of your state and federal laws and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I just think that the update on the federal marijuana charges. Federal marijuana that they approved. Did y'all see that yet?
No.
I think the federal they opened up they ended prohibition. So they open up, but it's medical. I think it say interstate commerce for marijuana. But in certain states, you still got to watch, because they still got limitations in there. So, you know, it's opening up for medical marijuana businesses. But some states is still, you still can get caught up if you're recreationally smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Consuming it.
Right.
Or transporting it. So it's got to be federally. Right. It's the FDA. It's got to be federal. It got to be FDA medically approved, and they still got limitations on it. But you know,
correct.
So we better watch, because you got the federal license going in effect, I think, in 2027. You know.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to look that up and do a show on that then, for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of get the people the information out here, get the people the updates, and find out, you know, what they need to do to protect themselves and for them to be able to participate in it if that's what they choose to do, and make sure they stay safe doing it. Correct.
Yeah, because like you said, if you get caught smoking it, and if it ain't medical marijuana approved, you know, through the FDA, you still hey, they still will be considered what's the name? You know?
Yeah, breaking the law, right?
Yeah, breaking the law. Yeah, so people got to be watching, got to be careful and mindful, man. You know, protect yourself at all times, man. Right. still got to study and research. Just cause we get at this big old age, 40 plus. But hey, look, we ain't off the cliff, baby. Hey, we still got to do research and study and upgrade ourselves and update ourselves, man. You know, time to move.
Yes, sir.
Quick and fast, dog. Quick and fast.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, that's why we say it's all about tangible outcomes, man. We want to see tangible outcomes. We want to see economic outcomes, and that's all we're asking out here, man. And like I said, tonight's topics: politics, delineation, and misrepresentation. We're calling it out. We're calling the establishment out. We're calling these fake black leaders out. We're calling these freaky deaky leaders out. And we don't want. Did y'all hear about the one preacher here in Polk County, man? What's his name, bro Mark? Did you hear about that? Oh man, this guy got AIDS and everything. He been spreading AIDS to little kids, and he's a pedophile. He likes little boys to meet little boys online. Oh man, I gotta pull that. I'm gonna have to pull that up, man. Grady Judd just said, you know what?
No, you gotta play that, Brother Juice. Play that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me matter of fact, let me play.
Yeah, here's straight up.
Let me play that. Let me play that before I play this other clip that I want to show y'all about, how they trying to say these diaspora wars, these don't exist. They exist when they don't exist. They just mad because we are pushing back now as Black Americans.
What's his lineage? I wonder where he's from. Where is his people from?
Who that?
I'm just trying to see if he's a foreigner.
You're breaking up on us, sister.
Can you hear me now?
Talking about this guy that's
Yeah, I said what's his
the
background?
one guy that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. This guy, it may be a foreigner. He may be with this type of name. Okay, I think I found the clip right here. Let me talking about this guy on the screen right here. Oh no, this guy right here, this is an American on the screen right now.
No, the gentleman you talking about.
Oh yeah, the guy that with the pedophile guy, the preacher.
Yeah, Florida, the pedo, yeah.
Yeah. Let me play it. He the type of name he has, it definitely sounds like he's a let me see if I can pull it up here. Pull it up. His last name is Cheneyfield, which sounds foreign, sounds like maybe a possible a foreigner.
Yeah, one of them made up names.
Yeah, he done came here and done made up a name. Let me see if I can go to YouTube and pull it up. Let's see. Y'all give me a second here. Yeah, man, but we're talking about tonight misrepresentation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we got him right here. I think we got him right here.
And so the biggest problem with misrepresentation is that with us, every one of our so-called, and I'll use this term loosely, Negro groups, they were all created by the Smurf hat people. And they are the ones that control it. So that means they control the information going in and going out. And we've been misrepresented by people who want to just be in a position. Because most of those groups now, they just have big pretty balls and things like that as they collect your money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, here we go. We got Grady right here. Let's see what Grady talks. And y'all know some basketball, another basketball tournament people came down from Virginia. And they came down from Virginia and they went on a stealing spree, got caught up by sheriffs, the Polk County sheriff, and took these young men to jail. Do you know I had some people from my city coming out speaking against Grady Judd as if, I guess they were literally co-signing the crime. And they wanted to make it out about race. That these young men got arrested because of their race. And I started to go into my mode. Y'all know I go into my juggler vein mode, and I go off. Boy, I had to catch myself. I said, you know what? Some of this shit just stupid as hell that black people say sometimes. It just, I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I'm a advocate at fighting against injustice and discrimination. But sometimes, bruh, crime has to be punished. Crime has to be fought. If you don't fight crime and you have grandkids like I have, and you got young kids and sons and daughters, you want a crime-free environment for them to be able to grow up in.
Bruh, if we went to the store and stole a 2-penny bubble gum and our parents found out about it, we got whooped 4 different times.
Yes, sir.
Our grandma, our granddaddy, our mama, and our daddy whoop our butts.
Yep. And our uncles and aunts.
Right.
We got an ass whooping all the way home.
That's right. And you'll be lucky if the store owner don't whoop your butt too.
Exactly.
So that's foolishness. And now what do? Once again, we got all the energy for the wrong thing.
Yep, there you go, Mark. You said it. You sure said it.
It's crazy.
You said it, Mark.
So where are these kids gonna be held accountable and have some consequences for doing wrong?
I just don't understand it, man.
Me either.
Here we go, Grady Judd.
Is Timothy Cheneyfield. He's 42 years of age. But let me show you his picture. This is the preacher. And you go, okay. He's also a child pedophile, a predator. In addition to being a preacher at this church, he's also a chaplain for Compassionate Care Hospice. And if that's not enough, between 2012 and about 2024, he worked for the school system in Polk County. Between 2012 and 2016, he was both a para and a substitute teacher. Then he went into IT, and he worked there until about 2024, and about that time is when he became the lead pastor for St. James. So why do I tell you all of that? Well, because when he was at the schools, he was at Crystal Lake Middle School. We know that he stalks children. How we got into this investigation was simply this. We received a cyber tip from Instagram that there was illicit, inappropriate activity between an adult and a child. It first went to the Auburndale Police Department. They determined this was in the unincorporated area and immediately called us, and immediately we started our investigation. And what we found is that Timothy Cheneyfield went online with a dating app in search of children. And that's what he found, was a 14-year-old child. Did you hear what I said? A little boy. Then they moved from there over to the Instagram app where they chatted more often. And then Timothy Cheneyfield picked him up in front of his neighborhood on 3 different occasions. And on those 3 different occasions, he wasn't preaching, but he was messing around. On 3 different occasions, he drove to the 14-year-old child's neighborhood, where the 14-year-old child met him at the entrance to the neighborhood. Timothy took the 14-year-old to his home.
I swear, man, this shit is like 10 miles from where I live at, bro. 10 miles from my grandkids.
And when he took him to his home, he engaged the child in sex. So when the investigation came to us, we started We started intensely looking for Timothy, and we found out during this period of time that he was in Baltimore performing, apparently, a funeral for someone through his compassionate care hospice work. He confessed. He confessed that he picked up this 14-year-old child on at least 3 different occasions, took him to Timothy's home in Eagle Lake, where he engaged this child in sex. But that wasn't it. That wasn't all. Timothy is HIV positive. He failed to tell this 14-year-old child that I'm HIV positive, and he had unprotected sex with a child and exposed our 14-year-old victim to HIV. We pray that our work was fast enough, because we got our victim, the 14-year-old, the HIV cocktail, that we stopped this child from being infected. But we have a 26-year-old who said that he engaged Timothy Cheneyfield in sex, and now he is HIV positive. Timothy Cheney is an SS. That's not super sport. That's super spreader. And we fear that there's other victims out there, because he was very aggressive and very adamant about having sex with apparently adults or children. We talked to the members, or some of the members of St. James. They were shocked. They had absolutely no idea their pastor was like that. We also found that he has been an ordained minister since about 2020, when New Mount Zion Church in Haines City ordained him, and then later St. James in Winter Haven selected him to be the pastor.
All these different cities are 10 miles from where I live. I used to work up in Haines City dang near every day.
Well, today he's locked up in jail. He's charged with 3 counts of lewd battery against a child. He's charged with infecting, or potentially infecting, or having sex with, unprotected sex with a child. There's a HIV statute that if you don't disclose you're HIV positive with your partner, that's another criminal charge. He's charged with traveling to meet a minor. He's charged with computer-related charges. He's charged with possession of marijuana. This is a dope-smoking preacher right here. He's a dope-smoking pedophile preacher right before you.
He is so funny.
And now he's locked up in the county jail where he should be. He was well respected in the community. People trusted him. They believed in him. And now, well, our plea is, if you've engaged this guy in sex, let us tell you, because he didn't. He's HIV positive. And you need to call us. But the first thing you need to do is run to an emergency room and get the HIV cocktail and pray that you're not HIV positive, because after all, he is an SS, a super spreader, and he doesn't mind that. I want that to resonate with you for a minute. He groomed a child online, drove to the child's neighborhood, picked him up, took him to his home, had sex with him, and if that's not bad enough, never disclosed to the child that he's HIV positive, so I'm going to have unprotected sex with this child and infect him as well. Jesus don't like that. And he'll have to answer for that one day to a court much higher than ours.
Imagine being...
Yeah, it is. Y'all heard Grady? Man. This the type of stuff we dealing with. This the type of stuff that I'm just going to keep
Ooh, Brother Juice, I hope this don't ever happen to your grandkids.
Well, please, man, I'm telling you,
Or
I'm going
mine.
ham.
I already know. We
Grady
on
ain't gonna be able to
one.
catch it. Grady won't get to him before I get to him.
We'll get him before. Exactly. It'll be a little bit too late.
I'm telling you.
It was another story. A guy caught his guy messing with his underage daughter and lured the guy to the house and pop on. So they fundraising right now to get the father off.
Wow, and they should. Yeah, man. Sometimes you have to take
They after
justice
our
into your
children,
own
man.
hand. Yep, and that's what I'm telling you.
Our
Let's keep it
children.
100. The Democrat Party. This is why I want to play this clip right here for y'all to show y'all how they trying to keep
diaspora. What do you think is just a
listen to this guy right here, and they trying to make it seem as if we hate the immigrants that come here, and want to make it confuse the story and confuse the narrative like we have a problem with our immigrant brothers and sisters. No, we don't. We have a problem with the ones that are criminals that come here and break the law and come into the country illegally. Yes, we do have a problem with those. So y'all get the conversation right, and you can't just make us feel guilty about why we wanna gatekeep our country from invaders coming here. I'm gonna just let this brother break it down and show you how he can use some of the language that I want to try to use for y'all so that you can understand what I'm trying to say through my
online
message.
thing. When did you see it started to manifest itself? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
So diaspora is a population of people dispersed from their original geographic homeland who maintain strong cultural, emotional, or political ties to their ancestral identity while living somewhere else. So it was important for me to read that because we are not a part of Africa's diaspora. And so because that is the case, for those of us that descend from the 388,000 continental Africans that were sold by other African tribes that arrived here in the USA, that was the diaspora, right? What we are now today is a new ethnic group. We had an ethnogenesis, right? I know we're going to get into DNA, so I won't talk about the genetic profile, but the bottom line is that we are a new creation. We don't have any ancestral, political, social ties to the continent of Africa or any country because those countries didn't exist when the subset of our ancestors that came from the continent were here. The other word that I have a problem with that in that conversation is the word war, right? A war requires two sides to be going at it, right? Sister Brooke told us.
Listen.
That, and you grew up here in New York as well, so for a long time we've always heard these racist tropes that the Afro immigrants have trafficked in, right? If you watch, date myself a little bit, but if you grew up watching In Living Color, you remember that Hey Man skit, right? Where the Jamaicans had like 20 jobs, right? There was everything. And so it was funny, but in that skit was, they work so hard, right? So, and that is kind of what that trope was playing on. And so we've always heard it, but we was like, you know what? Like, all right, let them believe what they need to believe, right? Like, and we just played it off, we played it to the left because like you said, we didn't want to punch down on nobody, right? We know who we are, we know what we've done here. So there was no need to fight them on every little thing. It was like, all right, it was almost like when I don't know if anybody has siblings, but when you're the older brother or older sister and you got that little brother, little sister, I think they could beat you. And you're like, all right, go sit down somewhere. Or if they hit you, you're like, all right, if I really haul off, and I'm gonna get in trouble, one, but two, I'm gonna hurt you. So I'm just gonna let you, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hit you below the belt like you're trying to hit me below the belt, but you can only hit me below the belt because you can't reach higher than that, right? And so what's happening here is that they're framing us finally giving them pushback as a war, right? Because their conversations never changed. They've always thought it was a white country.
See, they trying to, our pushback and our gatekeeping, they trying to make it seem as if we trying to start a war with them. When it's just simply we saying, hey, we are who we are, you are who you are. You get to claim who you are, but as soon as we claim who we are, it's a problem. Now y'all want to call it xenophobia.
They've always had this inferiority complex when it comes to us. They call us the main character, and they've always had these racist tropes that they traffic in. The only thing that's different is that now we're like, hold on, Pierre. Hold on, Tunde.
Yeah, getting too carried away now.
Right, hold on. Now you hold on. You're doing too much. Right? Just the same way you would get on your brother or little sister if they went from hitting you below the belt, now they picked up a weapon. It's like, wait, hold on. That might not hurt as much, but it's going to hurt more than what you've been doing. So I got to check you also, because if you do that, then you're going to think you could do everything else or do more than that.
Right.
And so it's not a war. And we're not a part of diaspora. The diaspora war, right, is what's going on in the Caribbean right now with Jamaicans expelling Haitians that don't want them there, right? A diaspora war is what's going on in South Africa right now, where you got them physically and violently getting Nigerians and Ghanaians up out of their country for whatever their reasons are, and that's their business. So it's not a war. It's us finally checking the disrespect that has been coming from Africa's diaspora for far too long. And we're not, and you want to know why it's not a war? Because never once in our history, nor is anybody talking about it today, doing what the Caribbeans are doing to each other, mainly Jamaica and Haiti right now, but it mixes around and it kind of, flows to other countries. And what's happening in South Africa with the Ghanaians and with the Nigerians. We have never, ever instituted violence on anybody because they are Haitian, because they are Jamaican, because they are Nigerian, because they are Dominican, because they are Puerto Rican. We've never done that. Now, we've had beefs, but it's never been based on because of who you are. All we're saying is, look, you can't disrespect us any longer. And matter of fact, because of your disrespect, hold your own. You're going to have to do what you need to do for you, and we're just going to do what we need to
hold your own nuts.
Do for us. And that's it.
Drew, what's your thoughts?
I agree with you, what you're saying. I even think about it like that, because even if you think about just it's Black Americans, it's like 1 versus 50. You know what I mean? We getting jumped. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This fight is this war can't be fair. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, we got to go against the other people that's running the show. And I don't like to say their name, but it sounds similar to my name. But it's just an uneven fight. So, I mean, I think they are mad that we are voicing ourselves, but I think it's been like this from the beginning of the time. I just think that with the platforms of social media, we can actually hear them and they feel confident about, it's just like when somebody's getting jumped at school, right? You know what I'm saying? Or you got this little person that you think, okay, I'm gonna get them. And now even the people that wasn't tough want to then jump on them too. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So when you're just like, hey, everything about them, we loved and supported them, and now we're just tired of the disrespect.
And just to piggyback real quick, I ain't gonna be long.
Yeah.
But just that last point you said is part of the reason why, because you had asked, well, how can we keep putting money into other people and not just ourselves? Is that reason right there. We never had a problem sharing the wealth or sharing the love. So I'm saying, so it's really out of our character to be how we're being right now, but it's almost like it's a means of survival now, because we can't.
Exactly. So y'all get it. We got to survive now. We can't continue to fight everybody fight. We can't continue to invest money and time and security into everybody fight when y'all have sat back and allowed the Democrat Party to weaponize immigration against us, the indigenous people. And we supposed to just sit back and don't say anything. We don't supposed to have some type of pushback. You got to think about it. I have 2 generations behind me. I have my kids and my grandkids. And you think I'm going to sit around and just allow y'all to come in and just hijack all the economics, hijack all the opportunities, hijack all the politics? No. That's why Urban Matters BMG puts it down, and we stand on business the way we stand on business, because somebody got to do it. I got way too many of my peers, my age group, that are just scared as chicken shit. They won't stand up and say nothing. They too distracted by the NBA and the NFL and all kind of other goofy, just goofball stuff going on in social media, and Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and Beyonce, and I'm tired of it, man. I don't even watch TV anymore. Why? Because I'm trying to make a conscious effort to strengthen my spirituality so that I could give my future descendants some type of enlightenment, some type of wealth, some type of generational togetherness, to where we got to say, hey, this is what I'm doing, is taking part in taking accountability for the condition that my community is in. And that's why I think the way I think, and that's the way I move. Like, that's why the motion I have, that's why on Urban Matters BMG, I just try to be positive, and you know that old saying, bro, Mark, push away from the table. You gotta push away from the table. You can't just eat and absorb everything that society offers. If that make any sense to y'all. So, Shell, you want to give us some closing statements?
Oh yeah, you right on, Brother Juice. I'm definitely in agreement with what you say. You know, we on our own. We got to stand with our own, because we know no other culture stands with us, right? And we just got to speak the truth and ask for more for what we need for our culture people, because we see what did John Henry Clark say? We have no friends. Malcolm X told us, why would you keep voting for a party when you putting them first and they putting you last? Mm-hmm. Now that you see that we in what? Last place. Going back to Dane, Civil Rights Act, one hand, left hand, Immigration Act. But then we demonize the person like our president who's trying to say, hey, y'all, they've been eating off y'all long enough. They've been eating off y'all, constitutional rules, laws, and rights that y'all had. They've been eating on long enough. But it trumped the problem. Trump. Why? You're not getting shit else for free. You shouldn't be mad at them. Be mad at them motherfuckers that you, excuse my language, that then got everything for free that you done paid your taxpayer dollars for. Where's that goddamn energy? They not trying to say your Social Security and your goddamn Medicare that these motherfuckers ain't off of. Your EBT, your housing, that's from them. Fool. Why you vote for the Democrat Party? Because that's all they gonna do is open them borders up again and get them all your shit. Didn't Joe Biden show you? He showed you in your face. He told you, and he used your money and your taxpayer dollars. I ain't never stayed in no 5-star hotel, and he had motherfuckers in 5-star hotel. Oh, did you see what's going on in Chicago now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yes.
And y'all been voting. See, it's hard. What's the definition of insanity? Keep doing the
same thing, expecting different results.
So can you really be mad if somebody don't really feel sorry for you? You kind of really did it to yourself.
Exactly. That's why I say accountability is due.
Accountability, correct.
Can't keep blaming Trump.
And remember, Trump is in the White House. Why are you not focusing on your state and local politics? When they go raise your damn taxes, see, that's the next thing we finna fight here in Houston. The housing, the taxes. We just found out they did a disparity study, right? You know, we only be getting 5.5% of the contracts with the city of Houston, our culture people, while foreigners, white people out, and y'all sit up there and allowed this shit for years.
Sister Shell, they don't even know what kind of contract you referring to.
You're right. Let me stop. Yeah, that's too over their head. I bet you they know the new that spending shit. I bet you they know that, don't you?
They know the remix and everything finna get ready to drop.
Oh yeah, they finna get ready for football season and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bro, Mark.
Another hot fire session.
Yes,
Another
sir.
hot fire session. I absolutely love it.
Fire.
I just, boy, let me tell you, if I had something to put on the grill, I'll whip it out, because I'm just telling you, it's ridiculous when hopefully somebody actually open their eyes and just pay attention to what we just talked about tonight, because we are putting our energy in the wrong direction. And at some point, we got to stop acting like little kids. If you lose, go head on, take your L, get your game up so next time you can win. That's how I grew up. You might win this time, you'd have better won this election. Now I'm finna get my stuff together so next election I can come out. I'm not gonna whine and cry the whole time after everything been confirmed, trying to stop you from doing what's best for what? The country. See, we put personal stuff ahead of the country. You know, I couldn't stand Biden. But guess what? Only thing I could do, point out the obvious, how everything flew up, how they had us locked up in our houses, how we couldn't go to church, couldn't go anywhere. It was martial law in the United States of America, and nobody remembers that. And it's sad.
Oh, I forgot to play the other clip with Fauci, where they got Fauci ass on the hot seat. We vindicated over here at Urban Matters. We told y'all. We told y'all about that damn Roro shot.
Yep. And so, you know, but only thing you can do is make the best out of it until your turn come again. So I know Dr. Juice, I know you started a whole business using what benefits they provided. I did the same thing. That's all you can do is do what's best for your family.
Yes, sir.
Even though you don't agree with everything somebody doing, they still in control of the ship for that 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So make the best out of it and keep on rolling. But we want to stand up and just run our mouths about nothing the entire while somebody in office. And we can't do that. We got to do what's best for the entire country. And that is keeping it moving. And so let me tell you, bro, if nobody opened their eyes and paid attention to some of the things we pointed out tonight, they don't want to open them up. But hot fire, brother. And Sister Shell.
Thank you, sir. Bro Shike, take us home. Take us home, Bro Shike. I know you're having microphone issues. I see you just pop back in on us. We're going to let Shaq get the last word.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like you said, man, we moving past 2026, man. It's just gotta, like you said, man, reconstruct. Like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Tighten things up. You know what I'm saying? You might not, everybody might not be necessarily connected to all their family members, but family also means familiar. So you can create new family. You know what I'm saying? With like-minded individuals. You know, moving forward. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people. Our families have been dispersed out to different, you know, states and stuff like that, in different regions and stuff. So it's hard to connect. But we can use these tools, these internet tools, social media, grow another family. Just to disown your family, you can just grow a whole new family. What we doing now, and, you know, like you said, business with each other, supporting each other. Also protection for the youth too. I think that we got to get deep in the next generation, the youth. You know what I'm saying? That's something we on really on the main scale between people on the local level. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily being associated with the government. We got to have our own politics. The government, local and federal, got their politics and state. Well, we still each other, man. Economics and security and you know, visions and protections, man. So I'll leave you with that. Salute to everybody in the comments. Everybody might be tuning in later. Tap in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all make sure, listen, man, y'all like and share this with one of your family members. Just one of your family members. If you hear this message tonight, this message can probably help someone out, make someone get better direction in their lives, ground someone. You never know who you can help in your life with a positive message. And that's what we try to do over here. We try to have positive vibrations, positive sounds, positive messages, positive energy. we're not on that janky energy stuff over here, man. Don't come over here if you want to hear some janky energy, go to Cardi B, go listen to some Cardi B, go listen to some Megan Thee Stallion, go listen to something goofy. Over here, you know what I'm saying? Go listen to what they love in hip hop, or what's that other channel that they got out there, all those bullshit social media sites. Listen, over here we bringing hot fire, and we're gonna cook any type of beef that come our way. We ready for all the smoke. So come here, and if you got any problem with any of the information that we broadcast over here at Urban Matters BMG TV, we'll be happy to discuss this and break some of this stuff down, and we can go and have a dialogue if that's what you choose. But we try to make sure that most of the information, if not all the information, is backed by factual research and hot receipts. This is the home of the receipts. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share it with somebody in your family, please. Because listen, Urban Matters BMG is the home of the receipts. Peace and love. That's that throwback right there. Y'all don't know nothing about that.